All right, guys. It's been quite a long time, probably a few months or so since we uploaded. I feel a little rusty at this, but we're gonna go with it. This video is gonna be pretty straightforward, and we'll have some topics that I'm talking about later in the video that I'm gonna make separately. But we're gonna get straight to the point here, so I'm gonna start with. So the channel took a big break. Really happy I did, because a lot of things been going on. A lot of really good, mostly bad, uh, but I guess it was a really good learning experience. So over that time, I really developed a lot of, I guess, character in a way. And from before, when I thought I was like, damn, like my mindset has been really good, been learning a lot. I have really advanced in my mindset, like leveled it up a lot. But now it's even more. So, I guess a little bit about with the channel. So more of my, I guess, out of context, things with me, my brothers, some of my homies, or whatever we're doing, right? That's gonna be more like episodes, kind of more for fun. Like if we go out and do something fun, or if we like do a, I don't know, a really cool video, or sometimes I'll do like by myself, or if I'm doing a I guess a special, more uncensored video, because Rumble you can say a lot of cool shit and not get in trouble for. Like on YouTube you can get in trouble for. Um, but so that's kind of that. And I guess for the second thing, so we will talk about military. I'll do that after. So with this, it's kind of like what the big plan is. And it's like, well, I'm still in school, but school is right now kind of a weird thing for me because it is my last year, which is cool, but I don't know if I'm going to be dropping out and getting my GED. I don't know if I'm going to stay. I don't know if I'm going to do half and half. A lot of stuff's been going on, and it's been really stressful, and mostly just stuff at home, just stupid crap at home, but that's whatever. Um, so school is kind of in a whack situation, but it's like, I don't really care because like the education system now it's shit. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. Um, and so there's that. And then secondly, on the school part, I want to like do, I guess, it remotely, more remotely, if that makes sense. So I've been looking to maybe like going to another, so the big plan is living in another country. So school in another country would be cool, or if I went down there like teaching English or something, or if I did some kind of like student visa thing or whatever. But the big thing is living in another country. Everyone's like, oh, you can't do that, that's impossible. Oh, do you have the it's people don't understand. It's like so many people in the US, especially where I am, it's like they're so close-minded, they're so stupid, they don't get out, they never traveled. It's like they're retarded, you know? And it's like there are some really nice countries that you can go and live in for way cheaper. So many things are way better culture. No West, the West is a failed society, right? No Western shit, like none of that BS. Like I've been looking into Thailand. I love Thailand. That would be really cool. And if I go to Thailand, I can go to Vietnam, where I'm actually originally from. Um, so Thailand, I did look into Bali, Indonesia. It was pretty cool, but it wasn't really on my list as one of the top ones. But for Asia, Thailand, Japan's really cool as well. I would love to go to Japan. And don't listen to the people that are hating Japan. They're stupid. They've never traveled. They've never been out. They're just dumb Americans. So Thailand, Japan, and then my top three though, I really love Croatia, and that's like been a dream place for me for a long time. And Turkey's pretty cool, but I don't really know about living there for a while, like getting residency. But so I've been looking at Croatia, Albania, and Montenegro. I really love Montenegro. I've been looking into it a lot, and it's really cool. They have a lot of really cool stuff about it. Very beautiful country, and things are very affordable. I actually watched the video that it was like, I think it was 5 acres was for about $3,000. I was like, holy shit. Like over here, like 2-3 acres is like, gosh, I think 3 acres is like close to the 100,000s, maybe a little more. which is kind of crazy. So like how it works here, the less acreage you buy, the more expensive it is, which is kind of interesting. But over there, it's like, yo, 3K for 5 acres. I live on 2 acres right now, and that's pretty good. It's 2 acres open, and like, damn, this is plenty of space. But 3 more acres, that's a lot. And then $3,000 for 5 acres. Just think about that. So it's really cool, really beautiful spots. Things are a lot more affordable and cheaper there. Also, I love they don't have any of that Western influence. Like, it's Balkan countries, man, and it's like, there's some Muslim people out there. There's mostly Orthodox Christian, which I love. Now the thing is with Christians here, they're a joke, and so many people are gonna get mad. They say, "Oh, I'm a Christian," but American Christians are a joke. So, a lot of people in this video are gonna be like, "Oh, they're gonna get all mad. They're gonna get up all set," but it's like, there's some viewers on this channel. It's like there's always a mix. There's the shallow-minded worms, people, or either your haters or whatever. Then there's the actual people that maybe are similar, have the similar mindset, who understand, or some people who are getting there. There's all kinds of a mix, but I know some of you guys will understand like what I'm saying. Most of you guys might just be, well, I know some of you guys, not most of you guys. Some of you guys might just be scrolling on TikTok all day and not using your brain. So it's probably why it might not make sense to you, or why you might get emotional about it. But Christians here are a joke, and conservatives too. Most conservatives have no backbone. America's a failed society. I will say that 100 million times. But over there, Orthodox Christians are the real deal. They're amazing people. They're great people. And over there in the Balkans and stuff, it's beautiful country, beautiful people, just anything you can think of, man. It's like, compared to the West, I would say it's a utopia, because of when you really do the research, you're kind of like, holy shit, why am I not over there? Why am I still here? Everyone's like, oh, America, the golden land, oh, American dream, oh, America, land of the free, blah, 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 blah. I think before it used to mean something like serving for your country. It really It really used to mean something, serving for your country, right? And now it's like same thing for, military police. It's like police officers, it's like they can hardly do their job anymore, and it's all political shit. They say one thing, they can get in trouble. You can have some freaking black guy, shooting at the police first, starting the fight, shooting at police, right? And then the police neutralize him, and then people say, oh, this, that, these police are bad, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, dude started, it's a failed society. Police can't do anything anymore. It's sad, in the liberal states, it's like, there's homelessness problems, there's drug problems. It's discussed, like Oregon and Portland. It's like Gotham City out there, And with military, it's like, that's what we're gonna get into. There's a lot of bullshit, and I was 90% on joining, like 99% on joining the military, like have the ASVAB guide and stuff, and have this book's not bad. I like that it's a short book, but there's better books out there. But I'll give it to the guy. He wrote a pretty good book. These two, and had some meetings with my recruiter and stuff, and just be careful with recruiters, by the way. But sometimes you'll get a really good recruiter. My recruiter, he's a really cool guy, but you always have to be careful for things. But anyways, so it's kind of like, I would want to go over there, raise a family there, and a lot of guys are doing that thing called Passport Bros. Some of you guys heard of it. Some goes, oh, that's cringe. Some of you guys would rather date some fat, ugly, blue-haired, freaking face piercings, bisexual, girl that like smokes weed, drinks, like some of you guys like that shit because you have low standards and you're a loser. But over there, it's like, nah, like that's where you want to meet your wife. That's where you want to have a family. That's the shit, man. But everyone's like, no, America this, and oh, but over there you don't have freedom of speech. It's like, you don't have freedom of speech here anymore, dude. I could go be in the military. I'll go be a police officer, right? Say, no, I don't support, gay this or gay that, or no, feminism is bullshit. It's stupid. I could lose my job just like that. So much for freedom of speech, right? Or just even like, at school or at somewhere else, you can say something totally controversial, or they say, oh, right-wing side. It's like, you get in trouble for it. And then It's like all these. That's why I was saying with conservatives don't have a backbone. It's like they'll say all these things, and then when it really comes to them, they're like, oh, they like get all this. I was like, no, you get what I'm saying. But kind of to continue what I was saying with so living in these countries, and also I was looking at Kyrgyzstan. That was pretty cool. And I was speaking of Kyrgyzstan. I want to give a shout out to my buddy. I'm gonna put his channel in the link below. He has some pretty cool content, and he's pretty talented. So I want to put that out there. So moving on, that's what I want to do. It's pretty cheap to live in those countries, and people are like, well, how are you gonna make money? How are you gonna? So I've been looking into a lot of online stuff, and I've been actually talking to a lot of successful people who've done online things. And so it's actually pretty doable when you put in the hard work. So I'm like, dude, I'm like, okay. And it's like, I met somebody that has lived in Croatia for a while and has been there multiple times. And they said, if you made like, let's say around maybe 3,000 or more a month, it's like, dude, you could chill. You could be, Croatia's a little more expensive than some of the other countries in the Balkans, but it's like, you could still do it. It's like over here, it's like everybody's on survival mode. Why would I pay 13, 14, 1,500 a month for some shitty apartment that doesn't come furnished, and it's in a shitty place, you know? And it's like over there, oh my God, it's like freaking, you know, Thailand and stuff. It's like you can get like luxury apartments that are furnished and that have a washer and dryer inside of the apartment. It's like $500 a month for like a luxury apartment, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And like food is way more affordable, and like in these countries, like no processed food, no BS, none of that estrogen, and you know, they're not putting all that shit in your food. So it's pretty cool. But that's kind of the big thing, and I've been trying to move out, and there's been a lot of stupid shit at home again. It's been stressful, so I'm trying to get out as soon as I can. And actually, I did tear down a lot of stuff in my room, put it in boxes, and I'm trying to get the heck out of here. So yeah, but so moving on to kind of to military, this is kind of where I'm gonna wrap it up. So with all the stuff I showed you, I was really into the military. And ever since I was a kid, like a really young kid, I've always loved the military stuff. Like, you know, action figures, army guys, Metal Gear Solid stuff, you know, Call of Duty, all the, you know, camo gear, all the gas masks, all that cool stuff. And especially like with the Russian stuff, I still do. I love Russians, and I love the Russian military. They have some dope shit, and I love Soviet stuff. Like, I've been at that shit forever, and ever since I was a kid, I was like obsessed with the Spetsnaz and stuff. And I was a little kid, and I was already thinking about this stuff. So I thought military was always a thing for me, and I think deep down it would really suit me if it were a different setting in a way. But it's kind of with how military is now, especially in the West, it's such a joke, you know. And it's like, first I was like, okay, maybe I enlist, and I've talked to so many guys, and they say if I had to do it again, they would say I would not join the military, or I would start as a reserve. Very few guys would say they would enlist because they had a good experience, but most of them said don't fucking do it. It's worthless. It's a waste of time now. Benefits aren't worth it. It's like, it's woke, it's political shit, and it's like, oh, you know, it's just not worth it anymore. Why? You know, aside from that, people don't even care. People don't even care if you serve the country. They have no respect for you. It's like America's failed. So look at the freaking president now. That dude can barely finish a sentence. He can barely walk up any stairs. Dude can't do shit. So it's like, why would I join him? Why? You know, it's stupid. And that's very shallow. I'm not getting into the deep details, which I spent months and months and months, maybe a whole year or more, looking into military stuff and talking to people, and most of the things I've heard were not good things. So I was like, well, maybe I can't assume right away, but I'm gonna make a separate video about military. But kind of what I'm saying is, it's not really worth it anymore. So before I was, you know, I was like all in. I was like, all right, I want to join the reserves. I want to, you know, get this thing going, and maybe this will be a good thing. And then I started to be like, you know what, with everything, I was like, maybe it's not worth it anymore. As time went on, you know, I was like, I feel like maybe I would do really good in the military, but at the same time, it's like, I just don't think it's worth it anymore. And it's like, no, I don't want to do any of that tech stuff. No, I don't want to oh yeah, dude, join the Space Force, Air Force Reserves and do cyber security. It's like, I don't want to fucking do that. You know, it's like, I do some cool shit, you know, but, I don't know, bro. So there's kind of that. I'm gonna make a separate video about joining the military, and we're gonna talk more about it. But so that's kind of been the plan, and it's like this is very short and not very detailed, but kind of the short story is, been on a very interesting monk mode, um, and military's gone up and down. Mostly been running the other way, so I'm not really gonna be joining, and a lot of guys and some guys from the military said, like, dude, if you were to join, like, you could be, they say this too because they want you to join, but they'd be like, man, they're like, we need more people who think like you in the military. But it's like, I'm just one person, and it's like, you know, someone who, because they're whatever gender they identify, or because they're this, or females who want to be in combat, they'll have more authority over me any time of the day. There's like, it's sad, like there's females who do like this, like I can't really say much, but from what I can say is like there are females who are in the workforce who sit behind a counter and blah 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 blah, and they have more authority over guys who served in the military. Like these guys will be BSing and be like, hey, yeah, like we did this, and these females would come, these feminists would be like, oh, they're violent, they were talking inappropriately, they're talking about these blah blah blah. They'll get in trouble. Those guys will get in trouble, and so it's like. But, oh, when these women do all these things, these feminists do all these things, it's like, oh, they don't get in trouble. But it's like, why would I serve a country where if I did something, or let's say I went to war, or maybe if I'm a vet, and then now it's like, look at this. It's like these OnlyFans girls, or these degenerate women are like, and I'm not saying I hate women. I'm just saying it's kind of crazy to think that some feminist is going to have more authority over you, and she hasn't done anything with her life. Except, oh, I went to university and I partied and I slept around. But it's like, I went through training. I saw some crazy shit. I've done crazy shit. And it's now, I can lose my job because of something small. So, that's kind of it, again, in small form. But it's like, I don't think it's really worth it anymore. So, watch the next video I have about the military. I think a lot of you guys will like it. And I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into looking into military stuff. So, that's going to be fun to watch. But overall, this is kind of where I'm going to end the video. Again, very short, but I'm going to make more specific videos about some of these topics. So, really excited. I hope you guys are well. Excited to get this, I guess it's like a big step because I've been really stuck in a little shell at home, and it's really annoying, and I have pretty strict parents, so it's kind of difficult. Well, yeah, so that's the end of the video. I'm getting ready to make the military one. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to mew.